Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another shoutcast for you today. This is from a legend trainer, very cool stuff. In the Hoenn Cup, taking a look at Shadow Gardevoir. So Shadow Gardevoir is really strong in this meta, as long as it avoids, I would say, steel types, or like poison types, I guess, if you happen to run into one, which not really many. I mean, we have Survivor, right? But not really many, which I did feature. But it just charms through anything. Look at it, I mean, Shadow Gardevoir just doing so much damage. This is a single move Gardevoir. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Yeah, Shadow Ball is technically better, but at the end of the day, as I said, doesn't really matter. You're mainly using it for charm, right? Anyway, we do see a power up punch. On this Medicham, if you look at the side, I have Dynamic Punch by accident. Whatever, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But either way, Medicham is going to go ahead and farm it down. In comes Gardevoir, so the opponent running a Gardevoir as well. Registeel loves Gardevoir. Even though charms are still adding up, Registeel still loves it. Yeah, I mean, look, this is amazing. You're going to be able to get to another attack. Registeel is going to go ahead and shield this one up. Going to be that Shadow Ball, no problem. And Zap Cannon is coming out from this Registeel. This is going to be enough to KO because Shadow Gardevoir is really, really frail. And that is going to be a good win. Very well played to both trainers. We're moving on. Okay, Medicham into Registeel. Great matchup here. You love to see it. So we're going to go ahead and go for, yeah, the Power Punch just to boost the attack. Obviously makes sense. Yeah, I mean, the opponent going to switch into Sableye, out comes the Gardevoir. I like the Gardevoir in the back because the Sableye is a great safe swap, so a lot of trainers do run it in the back. I ran it in the back as well. The only thing is Gardevoir does have to shield because that would KO, right? So the foul play would KO the Gardevoir. In comes Registeel. Registeel has to throw. Obviously, it can't lock on down. So it's going to go ahead and throw that Focus Blast. That will be enough to knock out, but I would say it did its job, right? Medicham is going to go ahead and just commit to the farm down at this point in time. Going to go ahead and take this. You still have another Pokemon in the back, right? You still have that Registeel. The opponent does have an Altaria. This is going to be a win. You have multiple Ice Punch attacks, or you're close to multiple Ice Punch attacks, but either way, going to go ahead and switch out. And the opponent does have a shield advantage. And Altaria, I guess, has some play. I mean, the damage is adding up, but it's not going to matter, right? Especially if you get a debuff, and we do see that debuff, but even without the debuff, it doesn't really matter. The opponent's fighting, though. Respect to the opponent for that. Got something in my eye there, I think. See, as I said, Altaria does have some play, but it's not really going to matter. We're going to see a shield there, and the switch. Trying to get out. Able to get out, able to KO, and this Altaria still has an Ice Punch ready to go, which will KO the Altaria. So the opponent put up a good fight, but able to win that one. Great game, very well played. Let's go ahead and dive right into the next battle. Medicham into Medicham, the mirror match. Yeah, I mean, I guess you would like Psychic here, but that's okay. I guess you could charge up to Psychic and throw the Ice Punch. The opponent is going to go ahead and throw an attack. If the opponent is running Psychic, it's probably going to be Psychic, as they are, but that is okay. Maybe the opponent will shield it. That's the goal. The opponent is not going to shield it. So we're going to go ahead and throw another Ice Punch. And this Ice Punch is going to actually pick up the shield there, okay? The opponent going to go ahead and throw an attack right now. It's going to be an Ice Punch. Obviously, I mean, that makes sense. But at least he got a shield out of it. Gardevoir can come in. The problem is if they have a Registeel or another Steel type, they do not... Ooh, this is good. Because Registeel gets to avoid it, right? At least he gets to avoid it for now. You do have to shield because Registeel cannot lock on down. Going for the Synchro Noise, and this obviously KOs or picks up the shield. And okay, the Swampert gets off an attack. You could shield it up again. And what's in the back? OMG, you love to see it. You love to see it. Actually, going to be able to catch, which is a fantastic catch, beautiful catch, by the way. I don't know how you count the Dragon Breath. I do not count it, but either way, there's probably an easy way to count it. I just don't count moves like Dragon Breath, Water Gun, you know what I'm saying? One-turn moves, fast moves like that. But anyway, great game, well played. Moving on, Medicham into Wolverine. The opponent switching into that Sableye. Out comes Gardevoir. Yep, gonna go ahead and shield. We've seen this matchup before. You've probably seen it in your battles. Gonna be able to farm down. Shadow Claws are doing a lot. As we know, foul play would KO. In comes Wolverine, able to get off a Synchro Noise, which is probably going to force a shield, right? No, it's not. It's just going to KO the Wolverine. Out comes Gardevoir. Oh my gosh. Oh, you love to see this. I mean, yeah, you just go for the debuff, right? If this gets the debuff, that Gardevoir is forever debuffed. Gardevoir, if it doesn't get debuffed, no, even if it doesn't get debuffed, I don't think it can double shield and charm down the Registeel, right? It shouldn't be able to do that. Maybe before it was nerfed, it could do that. but it shouldn't be able to do that now. Anyway, it doesn't matter anyway. Medicham's coming in. This is going to be a win anyway. You get to the Ice Punch. And yeah, it's good KO. That's going to be a beautiful win. Very well played to both trainers. We're moving on. We have a Medicham into a Gardevoir. This is a turbo matchup. Going into Registeel. The opponent is going to switch into Vigoroth. I guess the good thing about this is they do have to watch out for the Focus Blast, right? And we're going to see a shield there. So that's a good bait. Even though it costs more energy, it is a good bait because you expect the shield and then you can debuff them, right? The opponent fires back with a bait of their own, so well played there. Now we're going to see a Focus Blast. Will the Vigoroth commit the next shield? They will. Registeel wants to win this. It's not going to be able to. Oh my god, it got to it. It got to it. That is crazy. That is... Oh man, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. Medicham is going to be hit with this attack right now. Going to be a body slam. We do see a Swampert coming in. Going to go ahead and go for the Ice Punch. That is really, really unfortunate, but that's fine. We're going to see an attack come in. Will the Medicham shield this? Yes, it will. Okay, going for the Ice Punch. I don't think this KOs. Maybe try and catch a Hydro Cannon? Oh, no, yeah, it didn't KO, and this is gonna... Well, you could... Okay, so we're gonna let that go and go to... Yeah, I mean, what am I talking about? You don't want to catch... For some reason, I was thinking that there was the Registeel still alive. You don't want to catch a Hydro Cannon on Gardevoir, obviously. But either way, yep, that's going to be... yeah, so we're going to move on to the next game. I don't know why I thought Registeel was still alive instead of Gardevoir, but either way, let's move on to the next battle. Good game. Medicham into Sableye, terrible matchup. Gonna go ahead and go into Registeel, of course. Sableye is staying in, which is actually a good sign, but the thing is that going to take this attack before throwing a foul play, which is interesting. Oh, they want to switch out. Okay, so they took that attack and then they want to switch out, but I would argue that's fine because you did so much damage to Sableye. Oh, and they're still not shielding that. So now this KOs, but you just... Actually, no, it doesn't. Never mind. But maybe they may have undercharged. They probably undercharged it. But even with the undercharge, Medicham can still farm down, right? Sableye coming in, going to switch to catch with Gardevoir. But at the end of the day, you still have to shield this because this would still do a lot. Maybe even KO it. Out comes Altaria. This is a win. So, good game. Well played. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Deoxys. Okay. Kind of rough, right? Yeah, I guess you can't really switch out. I mean, you have play here. Like maybe soft lose the lead is the way to go. Yeah, I guess that's what this trainer is looking to do. I don't think they will invest shields. Yeah, it has Thunderbolt, which the Deoxys I've battled all of them had Thunderbolt, so I do expect Thunderbolt. Probably for like the Registeel neutral damage, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and looks like it's gonna soft lose. Unless if you are we gonna see a shield in the farm down? Or are you going to allow it to go? Yeah, you're just going to soft lose. Yeah, okay, going to soft lose. Yeah, it's not the worst matchup in the world. Registeel wants to lock on down for sure. Able to do so as well. Very nice. Sableye is coming in. And ends up kind of coming out from the Registeel. So this is going to pick up that shield. Very nice. Okay, this is debuffed, so you don't have to shield this. Registeel will be hit with that foul play. Going to switch out now. In comes Wolverine. Okay. Okay. You do have two shields. I think you could farm this down. Double shield and farm down. Yeah, definitely gonna be able to farm down, but gonna throw the Synchronoise before to force the final shield from the opponent. This is nice and crispy. That was a CMP tie. Gonna go ahead and shield this and farm down that Wolverine, and in comes this Sableye. You know what? I think I would have done there. I think I would have let the Gardevoir go, farmed it down the Wolverine with Registeel, and had an attack for the Sableye. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be a win anyway, right? Good game, well played. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. But that was a really good game. Really good game. Medicham into Medicham. So we do have a mirror match going on for us. Okay, I mean, you don't have Psychic, but you could fake it, right? The opponent is going to go ahead and fire off an attack. Gonna be an Ice Punch. Okay, so maybe... I mean, that still doesn't confirm that the opponent doesn't have Psychic. It could have been a bait. But we do have another Ice Punch coming in from this Medicham. No shield. Okay, so if the opponent does have Psychic and they throw it now, this will be enough to KO. They do not, it looks like. Because I feel like... Oh, well, hold up. Is this another Ice... No, this is not an Ice Punch. This is a Power Punch. Yeah, that's a Power Punch. This Ice Punch is going to be enough to KO. So the opponent probably lets it go. No, they actually want to fight for Switch, and they will be able to get Switch. But I would say that's, well, it's okay. Gonna charm down. Oh, Registeel. Okay, the Registeel is staying in. The Registeel throws an attack. We're gonna see a shield. This is a Focus Blast. So good shield there. And the opponent is gonna bring in Altaria. Okay. Well, obviously the opponent doesn't want Altaria on that Gardevoir, right? So that's why they put in the Altaria. Hey, Altaria does not like the back line of this team at all. Another Zap Cannon coming out. And yes, is going to... Well, we'll see. It looks like they both get to the moves at the same time. I guess they don't have any extra energy, residual energy on the opponent's Registeel, maybe. But let's see. Really wants to get... Going to try and catch. Yeah, I knew the catch was coming. It's going to be a Focus Blast. The scary thing about this, the opponent could undercharge. Oh, I guess they did undercharge. I think that would have done more even though it's resisted. Actually, no, it's double resisted though, isn't it? So maybe it wouldn't have Zap Cannon, and now this Registeel can win. That was a great catch. Yeah, I mean, it's a Fairy type, and it's a Psychic type, right? So it's double resisted. So maybe that wasn't an undercharge, but either way, great games. Thank you so much for sharing your battle experiences with us, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.